Cooked rice safety. Is 24-hour refrigeration enough? Ever wondered if it's safe to eat cooked rice after it's been in the fridge for a day? This video dives deep into the science behind Bacillus cereus and cooked rice, exploring the risks and providing expert guidelines for safe storage, cooling, and reheating. Learn how to prevent food poisoning and keep your family safe. Okay, let's dive into the scientific evidence regarding consuming cooked rice after 24 hours, even when refrigerated. This is a crucial food safety topic. The primary risk: Bacillus cereus spore germination and toxin production. The main concern with cooked rice, and some other starchy foods, is the potential for Bacillus cereus to grow and produce toxins. Here's the process. Spores survive cooking. Bacillus cereus is a common bacterium found in the environment, including raw rice. Cooking kills the vegetative, actively growing, bacteria, but the spores are often heat-resistant and can survive. Spore germination and growth: when cooked rice is left at room temperature, the spores can germinate and the bacteria can multiply. This is most rapid between 40 degrees Fahrenheit 4 degrees Celsius and 140 degrees Fahrenheit 60 degrees Celsius. Toxin production: as Bacillus cereus multiplies, it produces toxins, cereulide and emetic toxin. These toxins are heat-stable, meaning they won't be destroyed by reheating. Illness: consuming food containing these toxins can cause two main types of illness. Emetic syndrome, primarily characterized by nausea and vomiting, typically starting within 30 minutes to 6 hours after eating contaminated food. Diarrheal syndrome, primarily characterized by abdominal cramps and diarrhea, typically starting within 6 to 15 hours after eating contaminated food. Scientific evidence and studies. EFSA, European Food Safety Authority, opinion: EFSA has published scientific opinions on Bacillus cereus in foodstuffs. They highlight that Bacillus cereus is frequently detected in cooked rice. The emetic toxin, cereulide, is particularly concerning because it's heat-stable and can survive even after cooking or reheating. Rapid cooling and proper storage are crucial to minimize the risk of toxin production. UK Food Standards Agency, FSA. The FSA provides guidance on storing cooked rice, emphasizing the importance of rapid cooling and consuming it quickly. Their advice is based on scientific risk assessments. https://www.food.gov.uk. CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC lists Bacillus cereus as a cause of foodborne illness. They provide information on the symptoms, sources, and prevention of Bacillus cereus infections. https://www.cdc.gov. Published research studies: numerous research studies have investigated the growth and toxin production of Bacillus cereus in cooked rice under various conditions, temperature, storage time, etc. These studies consistently show that Bacillus cereus can grow rapidly in cooked rice left at room temperature. Refrigeration can slow down but not completely prevent the growth of Bacillus cereus. Toxin production is dependent on the strain of Bacillus cereus, the temperature, and the duration of storage. Examples of research findings. A study published in the International Journal of Food Microbiology found that the emetic toxin cereulide could be produced in cooked rice stored at room temperature for as little as 6 hours. A separate study in the Journal of Food Protection investigated the effect of refrigeration on the growth of Bacillus cereus in cooked rice. The results showed that refrigeration, 4 degrees Celsius, significantly slowed down bacterial growth, but did not completely inhibit it. Key takeaways from the scientific evidence. Time and temperature are critical. The longer cooked rice is left at room temperature, the greater the risk of Bacillus cereus growth and toxin production. Refrigeration helps, but is not a guarantee. Refrigeration slows down bacterial growth, but it doesn't eliminate the risk. Spores can still germinate and some toxin production can still occur, albeit at a slower rate. Reheating doesn't eliminate the risk. Because the toxins are heat-stable, reheating the rice won't make it safe to eat if toxins have already formed. Guidelines for safe handling of cooked rice. Based on the scientific evidence, here are the recommended guidelines for safe handling of cooked rice to minimize the risk of Bacillus cereus food poisoning. Serve rice as soon as possible after cooking. Don't let cooked rice sit at room temperature for extended periods. Cool quickly. If you're not serving the rice immediately, cool it down as quickly as possible, ideally within 1 hour. Spread the rice out in a shallow container to allow for faster cooling. Refrigerate promptly. Store the cooled rice in the refrigerator at 40 degrees Fahrenheit 4 degrees Celsius or below. Limit storage time. Consume the refrigerated rice within 1 day, 24 hours. While some guidelines suggest a slightly longer period, the scientific evidence indicates that the risk increases significantly after 24 hours. Reheat thoroughly. When reheating, ensure the rice is heated thoroughly to a high temperature, at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius, to kill any bacteria that may have grown during refrigeration, although this won't destroy existing toxins. Do not reheat more than once. Reheating rice multiple times can further increase the risk of bacterial growth. Discard if in doubt. If you're unsure how long the rice has been sitting out or if it hasn't been stored properly, it's best to discard it. Contradictory information and rules of thumb. You might find conflicting information online regarding the safe storage time for cooked rice, e.g., some sources saying 2 to 3 days. However, it's crucial to rely on the most scientifically sound and conservative guidelines to minimize the risk of food poisoning. The 24-hour rule is the most cautious approach. Disclaimer: this information is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. If you experience symptoms of food poisoning after eating cooked rice, seek medical attention.